Hello guys, welcome back again to another tutorial. So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys on how to cut and sew this beautiful dress. As you can see on the screen, it has a double sleeve and it also have an asymmetric neckline, and this is a requested tutorial from a subscriber of mine. If this interests you guys, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video. So without wasting your time, let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. This is the measurement we are going to be working with, and here I have my pattern master and also my pattern paper, okay, and my marker. The first thing I'm going to do is to fold my paper into two because of the asymmetric neckline we're going to be having at the front, and I'm going to place the half of the shoulder measurement of this person, and I added half inch to it, making 8 inches because it's going to have a sleeve. From that point I came down by half inches for the shoulder slope. From that shoulder slope also I came down by the armhole length of this person. To get your armhole length, simply divide your bust measurement into 6 plus 1.5 inches, and that is what you see me marking also at this part. So the next thing I'm going to do again is to come down from the shoulder area to the bust point of this person, which is 9.5. The half length of this person is 15.5 inches. Okay, from the half length of this person, which is 15.5 inches, I also came down by 8 inches. This is going to serve as the hip line of this person, and this part is going to be the full gown length. Okay, the paper is not actually up to the gown length. I'm going to be adding more paper to get the full gown length of this person, and the next thing I'm going to do is to connect all these points together like this to form straight lines like so. Okay, so after marking the lines, the next thing I'm going to do is to place the quarter of the bust measurement of my client, which is 8.5. I'm going to place it here, and I'm also going to place what I have on the shoulder on this part also to give me a straight line for the armhole length. Okay, after doing that, I'm also going to get the midpoint. From the midpoint of the armhole, I'm going to go in by half inch like this. Then I'm going to mark out my armhole curve using my pattern master just like this. Okay, coming over to the neck width, I'm going to be using 3.5 inches for the neck width because of the asymmetric neckline it has at that area. Okay, so you can use 3 inches, but for me I want it to be wider. Coming over to the waistline, I'm going to place a quarter of the waist measurement on this part. Okay, 1 inch for that, then 1.5 inches for sewing allowance, and also on the chest line I'm also going to add my 1.5 inches sewing allowance. Okay, coming over to the hip line, I'm going to also place the quarter of my hip measurement on this part, then also add the 1.5 inches sewing allowance on this area. Okay, after that, this is what we are having. I'm simply going to connect the points together to get the body shape of this person. Okay, now coming over to the hemline, I'm going to take out 1 inch from what I have at the hip area. Okay, so just go ahead and measure out what you have on the hip area. The quarter of the hip area of this person was actually 10 inches minus 1. I have 9 inches, and I'm going to place it there, then add my sewing allowance of 1.5 inches on the hemline. Okay, because I want to have a little curve at the hemline. I don't want to just keep it straight like that. Okay, coming over to the waistline, I'm going to place the half of the nipple to nipple of this person, which is 3.5. I'm going to place it here, and I also wanted to place it on the hip line because I want my darts to get up to the hip area, but I changed my mind. I decided to make the dart length to stop at 4 inches after the half length of this person. Okay, after doing that, I'm also going to place the 3.5 inches on the bust point line like so. Then I'm going to connect the points together just like this. Okay, coming to the waist area, on that line I'm going to mark half inch at both sides of that line just like this. Then I'm going to connect it from the waist area to the bust point line at the both side of the dart, and also connect it from the half length of this person to where the dart is going to stop at the both side of the line. Okay, to form a dart. So guys, after doing that, this is what we are having. the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the excess paper I have towards this area. Okay, if you look properly, you will discover that this pattern does not have an underbust because I'm not making a bustier for this person. Okay, it's just a simple dart gown we are making. We're also not going to have joining at the half length. Okay, so guys, after cutting it out, this is what we are having. The next thing I'm going to do now is to open up my paper just like this and make sure to transfer the dart I have at this part to the other side of the paper just like this. Okay, so just go ahead and transfer all what you have at this side of this paper to the other side. I'm going to place my paper like this so that we can work on the neckline area. So coming to the neckline area, you can see at the shoulder area we have the left side and we have the right side of the shoulder area. Okay, now I'm going to start with the left side of the shoulder area. Take for example, as you're working on your pattern, your right hand side is going to be your left hand side on your paper, and your left hand side is going to be your right hand side of the paper. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. On the left side of the paper, I'm going to come down by 6 inches. Okay, just like this. Just watch carefully on what I'm doing. Towards that 6 inches part, I'm going to also place my neck width, which is 3.5 inches from the midpoint of the paper, just like this. Okay, to have like a straight line. Just watch what I'm doing if you don't understand what I'm saying. So after doing that, after rolling out the straight line, the next thing I'm going to do is to connect from that other side of the neck width all the way to this point. You can see using my pattern master, so you can connect this with a curve or you can connect it with a straight line depending on what you want. Okay, so for me, I used the curve side of my pattern master to connect this. Okay, so after connecting this, I went ahead to cross check the neck depth if it's too tight or too low, and I made a little adjustment at this part. Okay, so when I measure now the neck depth, I discover it is around 3 inches. Okay, now coming over to this part where I have the 6 inches, I'm going to go out by half inch like this. Okay, because I don't want to keep it straight, I want it to be a little slanted to give me this beautiful style I want. Okay, so this is what we are having. After coming out by that half inch, simply connect it back to the neck width, and this is what you have for the neck line of this dress. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to mark out is the collar. Okay, looking at it, you can see that it has a collar. So for this collar, I'm going to simply mark 2.5 inches from the shoulder area all the way to this part. Just watch what I'm doing. I'm marking 2.5 inches. Okay, so after connecting it with the dots, you can see what we are having. So first of all, make like a dot, so to be sure of what you want before marking out your lines. Okay, so I'm sure of what I wanted and I went ahead to mark out my lines, and this is what we are having. Okay, so for the wideness of the collar, you can make use of 3 inches if you want it to be a little bit wider than mine. Okay, so for me, I think the 2.5 inches is okay for me, and this is what we are having. The next thing I'm going to do now is to place another paper underneath like this, so that I'll be able to trace out the color we have at this part. Okay, so I'm going to be tracing this using my tracing wheel. So guys, after tracing it out, this is what we are having. I can see this properly, so I'll just go ahead now and use my pen to mark it out so that you guys can see it clearly also. Okay, so I'm just going to follow what I have just like this, and I'm going to trace this out. After tracing it out, guys, this is what we are having. So this is it. Make sure to label it out. Okay, and also add your sewing allowance at the upper part, which is the shoulder area, and also at this part where you're going to be attaching to the neckline of the dress, add your half inch at that part also. Now coming over to this part where we are going to place on the armhole area. You can add excess fabric at that part because we are going to be trimming it out later. Okay, now coming over to this curve area also, I'm going to be adding my 1/2 inch at this part also, like this, so you can see what I'm doing. This is very clear. After doing that, this is what we are having, so don't forget to label it out, and I'm going to cut it out on my fabric. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the neck area of this pattern. And this is what the neckline is looking like. So for the neck depth, you can also make your neck depth 3.5 inches. This actually depend on how deep you want the neck depth to be. Okay, so coming over to the back pattern, I've gone ahead to draft out the basic back pattern for this person. Okay, and this is what we are having. I also marked out my dart area just like the way we did for the front, and this is it, guys. And also for the back, make sure to fold your paper into two. Then after folding it into two, go ahead and draft out your basic body blocks. Okay, and this is what I did. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut this out. So after doing that, I'm going to open up the paper just like this. So after opening the paper, the next thing I'm going to do is to bring the front pattern like this, and I'm going to place it right side facing each other like so, to mark out the proper neck width of this back pattern. Okay, so whatsoever neck width you use for the front is what you're going to use for the back. So just go ahead and place it like this so that you can have accurate neck width, just like the way you see me doing. Okay, so make sure it's facing right side to right side, and also make sure the midpoint of the back and the midpoint of the front is actually meeting properly. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark the neck depth of the back. For the neck depth, I'm going to be using 1.5 inches for the neck depth of the back, and I'm going to just mark it like this. So this is a simple round neckline. Okay, so for the back, I'm using a simple round neckline. I'm going to just connect it all the way like this. After doing that, I'm going to cut out the shoulder slope I have, and also the neckline. I'm going to just cut it out like this. After doing all of that, I'm going to fold back the paper like this. Okay, so remember, this is the back pattern. I have not added my zip allowance yet, so just hold on a bit. Okay, so towards this line at the waist area, I'm going to mark 1/2 inch at the upper part and 1/2 inch at the lower part. Okay, so to form like a dart, then I'm going to just connect it all the way to the side. So this will help you to avoid any bulge at the back area. Okay, and it's going to give you a very good fit at the back area, which is the zip area. Okay, it's going to take away every zip bulge at the back area. So guys, after doing that, this is it. I'm going to cut this out of my fabric and add my zip allowance. Okay, so after marking out the dart, cut out the dart, or you can just hold it down with your sellotape. Okay, so make sure to separate the two back pattern, okay, so that you can have two pieces for the back before adding your zip allowance. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric, but we are not going to be stitching it down on this video. The next video is going to be the stitching part, okay, to see the complete process of this dress. Okay, so if this sounds like what you're interested to learn, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.